Good day, everyone. Pastor Charles Sokwonga, President, Ultimate Destiny Christian Center, Vienna, Austria. Today, briefly, I have a message to deliver, which I have titled, "It is not always the devil, sometimes it is you." It is not always the devil, sometimes it is you. I said one of the biggest attributes of my spiritual growth over the years has been the balance between the practical and the spiritual. This means understanding that while God plays his part, we also have a part to play. And these are actions nobody can take responsibility but you. It is not always the devil, sometimes it is you. We have managed to make the devil too powerful in our daily routine to the extent that he and his demon can comfortably take a 1-year vacation, knowing that we always find a way to rope him in regarding our gross irresponsible behavior. This blame it on the devil's syndrome had very dire consequences on our development as a people. We lack miserably when it comes to critical thinking and root cause problem solving as a people. Because of how much we enjoy putting the blame on the devil, we are hit by the same recurring problems and never seem to find permanent solution simply because we are in a hurry to pass the ball to the devil's camp. I say again, it is not always the devil, sometimes it is you. Well, the devil never protests our baseless accusations. He rather enjoyed them because it exaggerates his power and influence over the accuser's life. I take a life story on a young man. I said here, this young guy doing a very small business with a capital of almost 100,000 naira, for example. He finally meets a girl of his dream and they decided to marry. This guy ended up spending close to half of 500,000 on his wedding, an engagement to the admiration of those who attended the wedding. One more down the line, the supplier starts coming for payment for the goods he had bought on credit because he was a businessman. He suddenly realized that he's running in deficit, not able to pay all his creditors. But this guy does what this guy does next is shocking. He runs to a prophet to inform him of his current woes, of his current problems. The prophet makes a quick diagnostic. The cause of his financial misery is the work of the devil. The reason being that his wife's family don't like his wedding. They hate the honor which comes with it, and hence have conspired spiritually to create holes in the hands of the gentleman. Hence his financial misery. I said here, ignorance is a disease. You will be amazed to find similar incidents every day, everywhere around. And it is pathetic to know that some of the victims are very well educated, rational beings who are supposed to shape the development of the motherland. I said we live in a culture of blame. People will blame anyone or anything for their misery sooner than take the responsibility to own it and make it better. We need to sit up as a people and take responsibility for our actions. You don't rape a woman and go scot-free because you blame the devil for it. You don't steal government money and blame it on the devil. You don't fail your exam refusing to adequately prepare and blame it on the devil. You don't spend more than what you earn and then when you run into financial difficulties, you blame the devil. You don't impregnate somebody's daughter, abandon her for many decades, and later show up that it was the devil who made you do it. I said, yeah, let's take charge of our life. Let's become more responsible and accountable for our actions and stop entertaining this big groove of always blaming our bullshit on the devil. The blame game is a waste of time. Anytime you are busy fixing blame, you are wasting energy and not fixing the problem. If I need to remind you, God still went ahead and punished Adam and his wife despite the blame game they played, eventually laying the blame on the serpent. The key lesson being that you won't be spared the consequences of your irresponsibility because you laid the blame on the devil. I said here, you become a victim when you blame yourself or others for some problems or error. Let's get real. Let's be bold and take responsibility for our actions and inactions. If you err, admit it and ask for forgiveness and correct your mistakes if it is possible. I wonder why many of us desire promotions and bigger responsibility in life, and yet we don't want to take responsibility when we make mistakes. I won't be surprised if on the judgment day some are convicted for wrongful accusation of the devil for their own irresponsibilities. Let's be more responsible this year as a nation, and we'll be amazed at the speed at which our motherland will develop. Blaming is a dead-end street that doesn't help anyone. But until we risk telling the truth to ourselves about how we really feel, nothing in our lives can change or improve. It is not always the devil. Sometimes it is you. May God bless you richly and empower you and make you to be a blessing to others by sharing this message. God bless you. Pastor Charles Okunrai.